Right, morning guys. So we're now in Gran Canaria in Las Palmas. So we've just done the same thing as we did the last port. We stayed on the ship until 12 o'clock and had lunch, because it's nice where the ship's empty and that you can use the pools and that, and there's no one around, it's almost empty. The weather at the moment, like I keep saying, this is February, so the weather at the moment is 19 degrees this morning. I reckon it's going to get up to 25 by lunchtime.
It seems hot already.
I reckon it's probably already in the low 20s. So it's quite nice sitting out, laying around on the beach, or by the pool. And we're going to head off now to the town. So we think that we should be able to walk to the town, according to the maps. There should be another beach over that way, which is, what's the name of the beach?
Playa de las Canaries.
Yep, see.
I think that's how it's pronounced.
That's why I never pronounced it.
It looks good on the map, you know, it says 15-minute walk.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get to there, have a bit of a beach day today. Might find a little bar by the beach. Loretta says she's still going to go some swimming, which she hasn't done yet.
You can hold me to that, aren't you?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I'm sure the sea will be lovely and warm. So it should be a nice little walk. So far, yesterday was a sea day, so it's just average on the sea days. It can be, sometimes they can be boring. Yesterday wasn't too bad, but it was packed. I mean, you could not get a bed, sun bed, if you hadn't got one by about 12 o'clock.
Earlier than that.
Yeah, I mean, you was walking around and it's just everyone was out. So that's one of the downsides sometimes with sea days, and then nice weather as well. It's the first time I've done a nice weather one, and the fact that you're just so busy. But apart from that, the entertainment has been excellent. The food's been really good in P&O, and drinks and everything else has been really good. So far, it's a nice little cruise for a February vacation. Anyway, we'll update you in a minute and let you know how the walk goes. Right, so far walking along, you can see the sign up there. It's all been really well signed, so you can just follow these signs, which should bring us all the way to the beach. There's also the usual red top tourist bus route to get across this road.
Right.
Oh, quick run. Yeah, so there's a red tourist bus, what they call the top bus, whatever.
The hop-on, hop-off sightseeing buses.
That's it, hop-on, hop-off sightseeing, is it? So they're just outside the cruise ship as well. So if you want to get them, you can have a tour around. Some people we're talking to are doing the actual excursions where they tour around the islands. You can get taxis from here. You can go all the way down to Maspalomas or something if you want. I think they come to between 60 to 80 euros. And if you want to get the public transport, it can take up to about 2 hours to get all the way down to Puerto Rico. And we're here for the whole day until 9:30, so you've got enough time to do that if you want it.
Nice, isn't it? It seems like it's got like a bit of a ledge and then, you know?
Yeah. I'll do a little talk later when we're going back, can't we? Yeah.
We went to the thing, it wasn't that many, and that was in Easter.
Got nice little bars, might be able to get a beer later.
Starbucks.
No, this one is not Starbucks. Right guys, so we're heading back to the ship now. So the walk down to the beach was very, very easy, to the point where you can see behind us is the beach, and if we spin around, you can see that way is the cruise ship. So you can't really get lost. So I'll show you some pictures now of the beach. It's quite a nice sandy beach.
It's lovely. Nice waves.
Yep, there's some really good waves, and you can hire out snorkeling bits and canoeing.
Canoes, yeah, saw them.
And there's
sun lounges and umbrellas
as
as well that you can hire out, which you didn't find out about until too late. Otherwise, we would have probably done that, wouldn't we?
There's a nice few bars and places to eat out. If you go down to the lifeguard area, there's toilets there if you want to use toilets, public toilets, or you've got changing. You can change there, and you can have showers there as well.
There's showers, three showers.
And there's cubicles pretty stuffing, but I don't know whether you trust them. There's no locks in them. But generally, all in all, it's quite an easy walk to the beach. We see a few cruise people out there laying around on the sun lounges and that, so most people go
How
there.
did we know that there were cruise people?
They had the blue towels in the boat.
Which we forgot to bring.
So that's most of the things I would say you can do around this area, unless you decide to get on an excursion or you decide to get on a coach, a cab or a public transport and go further afield. Gran Canaria is a lovely island. We'll probably next time come here and do the villas down at Puerto Rico because we like that area. So this is quite a nice little town, but it's quite a busy town as well. But there's lots of shops, you can see behind me as we're walking along. There's lots of places to eat out, and I'm sure if you're coming here, you can find a place to go and enjoy yourself. So we're going to head back to the ship now. We'll probably go and sit by the pool for a little bit. The sun's gone down, the clouds have come out.
There's good entertainment tonight, isn't there? Two good entertainments tonight, isn't there? So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, so we'll probably have dinner, go to the evening entertainment, which is great. And then tomorrow, we'll be pulling into Lanzarote. So we'll update you tomorrow. We'll pull into Lanzarote and see how we get off the boat and how we can walk, if we can walk, into the beaches in Lanzarote.
Fingers crossed.
Right, morning guys. Welcome to another lovely day in the Canaries. We're in Lanzarote today, this morning. Come in here quite early. You can see the ship behind us.
Massive,
And
isn't it?
we'll put a big map up now of where we are and how to get back. So last night was quite a nice night again. We had another tribute to Sting and the Police we went to, which is a different sort of tribute set up again. Really, really good. And them other comedians, what are they called?
The Noise Next Door. We've never seen anything like that before, apart from on television. It's like the old Whose Line Is It Anyway with Clive Anderson, and it's like impromptu comedy. So the audience gives them scenarios and they make up little skits about it and that. And it's very funny. They're very clever and very good accents as well.
Just across this road. Yeah, so like I said, they're really, really good. They're British guys doing a tour of Britain. So if you want to look them up, The Noise Next Door.
You could put a little link on, I'm sure, because
yeah,
we're going to try and see them, aren't we? Because we thought it was that good.
And they get the audience up and involved, and it's really, really good show. Second time we saw them on this trip.
We actually sat and watched them almost twice in a row because we knew, because it was impromptu, that it would be a different show. Yeah,
every time it's different. So yeah, and we've still got 2 more nights of entertainment. So we're walking along now to one of the towns. You remember the name of it?
Arrecife is the cruise port that you come into in Lanzarote. So we said we'd have a walk in. There is a shuttle bus, but it's only 2 or 3 minutes, I believe, on the shuttle bus, but it's about £4 each way per person. And it said you still then actually have to walk 10-15 minutes to get to the town. So didn't really seem worth it unless you need to use public transport. So we're having a walk as usual, which is good in the mornings, isn't it?
And as you can hear beside us, there's taxis running backwards and forwards. You can all get them. We haven't looked into them. We thought if we were out too late today, we'd probably get a cab back. We're here until 4 o'clock, so it's not such a long day. Yesterday at Gran Canaria, we was here till 9 o'clock. The weather's still nice. Being this time of year, it's still blue skies and a few clouds around, but should break through the sun later on. It'd be quite hot again.
It's been really smooth, so much so that on other cruises, like first thing in the morning and in the evening, you'd know you're pulling away or you're arriving into a port because they'd be reversing into the berth. But we've woke up in places, or we've taken off in the evenings, and we haven't even noticed we're moving again, have we?
No. So holiday's been really, really good. And today there is, if you wanted to, and you got here and you got up early than us because we're late, you can go off here, what we're doing, but do a right or get a bus, and you can go to one of the main resorts. I'll try and put the name up above here of it because I can't remember it. But the guy said it's about 20 minutes for a bus, and that's quite like a more of a holiday resort than where we're going. But other than that, we'll update you in a minute when we get there and show you what it's like in the town and how long it takes to walk here. Right, so we've just been walking along the harbour, so you can see behind you. I'll show you a few shots of it. It's a nice little walk just straight out of the ship. So you come out the road we was doing, do a right and you're on here. And there's lots of restaurants, bars, like a Burger King.
It's going to be busy later, wouldn't it? It looks
shops.
like a stage there, doesn't it?
Yeah,
there's the whole event
public
here
toilets. And nice views. So I expect some people come up in the evening and just sit out there and have a beer along there rather than being on the ship. There's a nice little extra. This is about less than 5 minute walk really from the ship. So it's not a bad little spot, is it?
No, that's right. It's lovely, actually. I love it when you can just walk straight off the ship and you don't have to get on the shuttle buses, you know? Makes it so much easier, doesn't it, to get on and off at your leisure?
Yeah, it means if you don't want to go straight back on because it's really busy, you can just spend the last half hour there.
Handy.
And we're just passing an information centre, which is Loretta's going into now. As you can see behind me. I'm just going to go in there and just pick up a map.
Do you have a map?
Alright, so Loretta's just been in a tourist information centre, which is good to get information, but they don't have any maps, which is
Well,
a
they've got
first.
maps you can take a photograph of. So it's obviously saving the environment rather than just giving out maps that people look at and then throw away. So, but it's good because if you didn't get the information you wanted on the ship, straight away then, 5-minute walk, there's lots of information about things you can do in the area or excursions.
But you would expect tourist information centre to have a map.
Well,
you think that'd be one of the most important things, wouldn't it?
We've got
of
one
being
at other
information.
ports, haven't we?
Alright, so we carry on walking up to the town now.
Let me think.
Alright, just to say, like the guy said, if you're doing this walk, just follow along the sea, which is over to left, and that gets into town. You can see nice cycle routes. We didn't find it out in the last place, but it'd be nice if anyone finds out, put a comment below about where we can hire bikes at.
Yeah, we like cycling, don't we?
Yeah.
And you can get a bit further cycling, so...
And every cruise we've done, we've never hired bikes. It'd be nice to know whether you can hire bikes out for the day.
Yeah, I'd like that.
And how secure it is when you get in town to secure them. Because you can get a bit, we'll probably be able to go to the main resort on the right-hand side rather than the one we're walking to, which is supposed to be nicer. But so far, it's very pretty. It's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit better than some of the towns we've been to on a cruise.
Yeah.
So it's very nice, actually. First time in Lanzarote, you know. Alright, so the ship's just over there, and we just walked along that part I was just talking about a minute ago. We decided to do a right across the road, and we're going to walk along this part to the town because it's a bit still early to be at the beach. So this is a very good little walk for a port, for somewhere where the ship comes in. This part of the walk where we're going around is more little restaurants and bars. It looks a really nice place, and that's we said that when we come back, rather than eating on board for lunch today, we might stop here for a beer and pick up a little toasted sandwich or something. It's a nice little spot, and it's, I would say, 10 minutes at a fast pace, maybe 15 at a slow pace back to the ship.
20 minutes.
You're going to go 20, you're going to go really slow.
Well, I've timed it.
No,
We
that's
left a
because
quarter to.
maybe I'm a bit faster. It's about 1k in it. It's not that far. You might get a pair of sunglasses here.
Hope so. Oh, we need to get us something nice, do you remember?
There's a rock down there. You don't get that home, it's Lanzarote rock. Usual place. Fine, surprised it's not a cake shop.
Chocolate nuts. Kind of healthy, aren't they? Look at this. Sunflower seeds covered in chocolate. It's nice, isn't it? Oh, thank you. This is smelly.
Coffee?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. So hard to choose, isn't it? Look at the size of that one. Do you know what? I hope it's a nice
So
coffee.
Loretta's picked the smallest cake, she reckons, in that whole lot. I reckon it's probably the biggest one. Your eyes getting too big for your belly again?
It's just once, isn't it? You know, one cake. You know, when we go home, we're back to the toilet.
Of course we are. So we finally made it to the beach, going through all the shops and that, and Loretta's spending more money.
Well, you know, you're on holiday, aren't we? It's only once.
So I reckon if you just walk straight here, probably about a 20-minute walk, I reckon. It's not that long, is it?
No, but it's a lovely walk because it's flat and you go through lots of shops, and I've just found a shop that sold absolutely everything you could possibly want that you might have forgotten on holiday, from clothes to kitchen utensils, hats, gloves, food, drinks, everything.
So they're doing quite a bit of building work at the moment, which I'll show you a little clip. But it should be, because it's February, you expect that, so it's not a big issue. I feel sorry for the shops and bars because they're probably losing custom because people are not stopping there. But I'm sure that within a couple of months, by April, that'll all be finished. And it looks like quite nice. They're making it like a promenade area. So it's coming along quite good. But
there we are, Marina de Arrecife.
So far, the tide's out, but the beach looks nice. And it has got a lifeguard, so you could go for a little dip, a little swim. There's a few people out there. I'm sure it'll be.
Definitely negotiate your way around the, the little rocks.
It's a lot more calmer here, so I'm sure Lou will be going in and won't lose her sunglasses this time. I'll show you a clip
I
off.
hope not.
So yeah, we're going to probably just walk along the beach and then walk back. Might grab a beer on the way back, or go back to the harbour and get a beer there, or do both. Like I usually do.
I think I'll do what you do too. Well, I won't film with pink gin tonight, and like you say, I might have a view here and then just stick to the water. I feel more comfortable now ordering water with ice. It doesn't bother me now. I think the first few things we did, I didn't.
It's still a lovely spot. You can see the blue skies, the odd few clouds up there, which is great because it gives us a bit of shade. The weather's about 25 degrees, and in case this is a second video, this is February. Alright, so we just pulled into this little harbour bit here, which sticks out a little bit further because sit down and a bit of a break. There's a little coffee shop out there which you can walk across this bridge, which is open I think until 5 o'clock, looking at the signs. If you do decide to hire your bikes, or hire bikes, there's loads of these. You can see that there, of places where you can lock the bikes up, and there's loads of them along the seafront. And they're doing a lot of building work, like I said, so in about a year's time, if you come in February next year, that should all be finished hopefully, and that'd be quite nice. But this is a quite nice area to have a picnic before we head back to the ship. One thing I would say though, be a little bit careful of these railings and things like this, because most of the nuts and bolts are coming away, so if you lean on that you might end up going for a swim. Right, so we've just been walking back from the beach, just pulled into this bit where the harbour's behind us, which we did earlier on coming here. So we're going to pop in here for a drink before we go back. The ship's still over there. I'll turn around and show you that in a minute. It's about, I would say, about 15-minute walk away. It looks closer than it is. It looks like a 10-minute walk away, but it's probably further. But it's clouded over a bit and the wind's kicked up, so we pulled in here because I always wouldn't hear me. We haven't got their mics on. But it's still quite nice, isn't it? So
yeah, it's a warm breeze.
We've had a good time, so we're going to head, have something to eat here, or maybe just a beer and head back. There's nice little bars around here, and as you can see behind me, just over there, is the ship. So these are like little bars. They've all got tapas menus. They all seem pretty cheap, around about €6 for a small little bite. Tapas to €9 on some of them that we looked at. But they all look really, really nice. It's a nice little backdrop here. It's away from the seafront, so it hasn't got the breeze. If it does kick up a bit of wind, you can see the black clouds over there. But they're blowing over them black clouds because behind us is blue clouds coming over. So it's been great, really. A really nice day in Lanzarote. Alright, so we just booked into this tapas bar. Got a nice pint of beer, and we got some chicken strips here with Jack Daniel's sauce, supposed to be spicy. Some garlic prawns. This is a fried egg with chorizo, and there's chips underneath that, although Loretta has ordered extra chips.
We didn't know, it just said fried eggs, chorizo and parmesan.
No, but it all come very, very quick service, looks lovely. And this is the Estrella. I'm going to be shit at pronouncing this stuff, so there you go, that's the name of the place. And it's just by the harbour here. which is about, like I say, 10 or 15 minute walk maximum back to the ship that we're in. But the food at that place we've just been in was absolutely excellent. It's like little tapas menu we had, and we paid, how much is it? 40 euros, wasn't it?
It's 40 euros for 3 dishes and chips and 3 drinks.
Yeah, and there's dishes were enough for 2 people, so it's quite nice, really. That'd be our day for here at Lanzarote. So we've still got blue skies and that. It's coming up to 4 o'clock, so it's quite nice for a February break. We'll be on the ship tonight, and we'll be arriving in Tenerife then tomorrow morning. So we're there Tenerife for the day and all of tomorrow night. That's our last night on the cruise. And then the next morning we'll be getting kicked off and taken to the airport to go home. So we'll let you know how that goes. Got some sort of anticipations about that because of the time they're kicking us off the ship, but we'll see how that goes. Morning guys, welcome to Tenerife. So our last day of the holiday now, of the cruise, which is a bit of a shame. Tomorrow we're flying back home. This morning we got off the ship and we headed out to this beach. What's the name of this beach? I can't remember pronouncing it.
Playa de las Testeras.
There you go. Yeah, you can get the bus here. It's about a 15-minute bus journey. The bus pulls up just outside the port. It's the 9:10 bus, and it costs £1.50, wasn't it?
£1.25 euros each.
That's return. Oh no, sorry, that's one way. And then it pulls you into this beach here where we are now. So this is quite nice for a day because you've got the whole day here and evening at Tenerife. We do a little walk around in a minute of the beach, show you a bit about it, and we've got a bar behind us as well, and it's public toilets, and there's also some beds that we're on at the moment which cost us €6 for the 2 beds and the parasol for the day.
It's good value, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the bus stopped literally right there at the beach as well, so we didn't even have to walk just onto the beach. So it's amazing, really. It looks so pretty, and it's really busy, but it's a big enough beach that there's enough space for everyone. So yeah. Interesting to get in the water and see if it's nice and warm.
Yeah, so you've got sand bay all the way around. It's quite shallow, so it's good for young kids. It's good for swimming, and it's good for an all-round day out, really. Not sure whether there's other bars or shops further up, which we'll have a look at later. And like Loretta said, it's an easy trip from the ferry to get to here. There's very little walking involved. Right, so we're at this beach for the day. So this is the last day of the cruise, like we were saying about earlier, just a minute ago. We get a whole day in Tenerife. It's this side of the island, top part I think it is. And we're here all night tonight, and then we head off tomorrow. So this is a nice little spot, 15-minute bus journey away from the port. And like we said a minute ago, €6 for the sunbeds, so we can set up here for the day and we can get a beer and stuff. We haven't walked around the top part of the bay, which is over there, which we'll have a walk around later on, show you a bit around that. And the bus drops you directly outside this beach, so there's very little walking, and you pick the bus up right outside the port terminal up on top. You come out of the port terminal, go up to where it says city centre up the top, and as you get up to the top of the main road, do a right, follow it down, and the bus is on the port side of the road. Probably made a mess up. But anyway, it's a 9:10 bus to this location. What I'll do easier is I'll put a map up now on the screen, show you where it is. And then tomorrow we're going back home, so all our suitcases get taken off tonight at midnight. So we have to make sure we've got everything for tonight's and tomorrow's clothing and stuff. And then the suitcases get taken away, and the next time we see them, they said we'll be back home in Gatwick. Tomorrow morning we're here for breakfast, but we are kicked off the ship at about 11 o'clock, just before lunch. And then they take us to the airport, and we believe you've got a 4-hour wait then at the airport. They take us there 4 hours before the ship's due to go, the plane's due to go out. So it's quite early because they want to clear the ship. So that can be quite annoying. We'll see how tomorrow goes, because obviously it's a long time being at the airport. But hopefully if we can find a nice outdoor place where we can sit down in the sunshine, reading a book, have a cup of coffee, it won't be too bad. It's a bit better than being at Gatwick for 4 hours, put it that way. And then hopefully the flight home will be quite easy going. So all in all, that's probably most of the vlog. I'll probably update you a little bit more. Yeah. But this is going to be our day for today. We might get into town when we go back There is a city centre and shops right by the port if you fancy going up to them. The one thing to be aware of is pickpockets. They're telling us that all the time, but even when you get off, cab drivers are talking about it and telling us to be careful. So if you are out here, they advise you to put your bags on your front chest rather than your back, because of the amount of pickpockets. But if you live around London or anywhere like that, it's just as bad around them areas really. Anyway, I might have a wander around the other side and see what it's like around there. Right, so guys, I'm going to get past here because it's quite noisy. So we just had a nice meal in Pichitos. I'm pronouncing that wrong. We put the name up here. So this is just right coming off the back street. So the beach is literally about a minute away from here. This walk away from the back streets. I'll try and put a Google map pinpoint of where this place was.
Well, the town's actually called San Andreas.
And that was an excellent meal, one of the best ones we've had from going away for a while. All the fresh fish, weren't they? If you go inside the restaurant, they have all the fish laid out in front of you. It's absolutely fresh as you can get. I had a lovely cod steak, so it's not the proper steaks rather than just the tower of the cod. Prawns and lovely garlic sauce. We had the prawns in garlic sauce, like usual.
We probably stink of garlic now, don't we?
Loads of bread. And the atmosphere and the guys in there was really, really good. So
it was really popular, wasn't it? A lot of people were in and out, even locals were in there, you know, so that just shows it's a good place.
Yeah, very, very busy actually in the end. You cut down through here. Oh, right, I'm going down the front way. Yeah, it's very busy in there in the end, so I was lucky to get a seat actually. So my meal, I'll show you a picture of, and Loretta's meal and a couple of beers works out at €40. So
we
not
asked for
bad.
Extra bread, didn't we?
Yeah, not an extra
the
bread.
dips are so really nice.
Garlic
the bread
dips.
was nice too.
So really, really good price, really.
Really, wasn't it? Because the garlic didn't come with anything else. The garlic prawns didn't come with anything else.
So if you ever come down here, you're on the cruise and you come down to this beach area, get away from the main beach and come around this little town, just walking around little towns. And there's a few little restaurants and that. Like there's one just down there as well. So there's a few dotted around. You think they're quite little streets. They are quite little streets, but there is little tiny restaurants just popped up every now and again. So I'd highly recommend the one we just went to, like I said, and I'll put it on a pinpoint in the map. So if you come down this way, pop in there and have a meal. So this is a stretch just along from the beach, where you can get the bus from here back to the cruise ship. And there is little restaurants along here as well. I can't say what they're like because we haven't been in them, but this is quite popular for all the tourists that are coming off, either local tourists or from the ship, and they use these bars and restaurants. But there is quite a few around shops, and there's a spa behind us as well, which we'll probably get some cans of drinks to take back to the beach with us. So all in all, it's not a bad little day out if you're on the ship and you want to get away from the main part where the ship pulled in the city. So we're going to head back to the beach now. Probably spend another hour or so here, and then hopefully get the bus. If we don't get luck, we'll find out what time the buses are going back. We don't know what the time the last bus back, so fingers crossed we don't get caught out by that, but I shouldn't think we will.
I'm sure if on Google Maps it might say the frequency of the buses, mightn't it?
Worst case scenario, realistically, there's cabs around here. You could get a cab from here back to the ship. We don't know how much that is, and if you price it up, if you've got more than two of you, it'd probably work out cheaper to get the cab back rather than getting the bus back. We've popped in the spa as well to get some bits and pieces for our packed lunch tomorrow, because we're going to be all day travelling home. Picked up a few cans of beer because it's cheaper buying it there than buying it at the beach bar over there. And nice just say that, going back to what we just said, recommend that restaurant highly. We looked around all the other people along the front and they looked nice, but they weren't as nice. And it's a bit of a breeze as well, so being in the town is nice and quiet, and the weather was good. Oh well, this is not good news, is it? So we've got our tickets now, put in our bags. Bags are being packed up and being put out. What a sad day. Right, so last day, it's the last day of the cruise. So we just had a little few drinks down back of the ship, watched in the sun, which is quite nice. We've been packing our bags, which haven't got to be put out now until midnight. So we're going to finish them off later on. We're just going to, Loretta's just having a shower, and we're going to pop out for something to eat in the buffet. We're not going to go into town tonight because we've walked around quite a bit today. We'll probably just sit up by the top by the swimming pool and have a beer around there. So it's been quite a nice afternoon. Bit sad this afternoon in the way that they closed both swimming pools, which is a bit annoying. Apparently they're doing some maintenance on them, which they closed both the main swimming pools. So you can imagine how busy all the other pools were, which is, you think they'd do one pool at a time, wouldn't you? But anyway, most of the cruise, it's been good. It's been a nice little holiday. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We should be away again, guaranteed we're going away in June. I think we're booked up for the Fjords, which we'll be going away with my parents, first time they've ever done a cruise. So it'd be interesting to see how they get on with that. But we haven't decided what we're going to do in April or the rest of the year. So we've got a few things coming, apart from Twinwood. Anyone watching the vlog, we're definitely going to Twinwood. And Loretta's now out the shower. So it looks like we're going to get ready to go. See you later.